So with the decisions Trump is making, he really is just cooking the country, bro. I mean, we are barbecue chicken. Our status as the world's sole superpower is not long for this world, not even close. The dollar right now is the world reserve currency that keeps it strong. Everybody wants to trade in dollars, but that's also coming to an end at some point because Trump has proved over and over and over that other countries, they look at him and they go, you can't trust the Americans. They're too chaotic. They're too unstable. They're not true to their word. They violate treaties on a regular basis all willy-nilly. He changes his mind from one day to the next. He launches a trade war against his allies. He threatens actual wars against allies, right? Like Greenland and Panama. And like the world looks at that and they go, okay, the American era is over. We have to make our own trade deals with each other and find a way to get by without them. And so from an economic perspective, he has isolated us from the world in such a short time frame. Just totally like people are just done with our bullshit already. They're just done. What's amazing to me is the right never thinks about this, never talks about this, never acknowledges it. It happens and then they act like that's not happening. Like the world respects us now because of Trump. It's like, what fucking planet are you people living on? For real, what planet are you living on? Well, there's other downsides too to Trump being in power. And this one, I don't think it's talked about much, but man, it's a big deal. So look at this. The number of Europeans traveling to the U.S. has cratered under Trump. Year-on-year change in visitors to the U.S. by country of origin. So guys, look at this chart. First one is Austria. We were plus 20%. Now we cratered more than 20%. Denmark. We were plus 10%. Now we cratered minus 30%. Germany. We were plus 20%, cratered to minus 30%. Iceland, same thing. Look, every country you see the same thing over and over and over and over and over. There was plenty of European tourism to the U.S., and then now, because of Trump, it's absolutely imploded. Now, why? Why would they feel this way? Why would they think this? Why would they hesitate to come to the United States? And there's a lot of travel warnings, travel advisories. Hey, careful if you go to the U.S. Why? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that the government is now illegally, unconstitutionally rounding up random people and deporting them and rounding up other random people and shipping them to a slave labor camp in El Salvador. Look, it's not like they're not even hiding it. There's no due process. There's no habeas corpus. There's no hearing. They round you up, they ship you out, and they're done with it. And now we know, even when the Supreme Court gets involved and says you have to facilitate the return of this person because they're innocent, they turn around and say, well, you said I have to facilitate it, but you didn't say I had to facilitate and effectuate it. So I guess, it's up to President Bukele if he wants to release him. And then they ask Bukele, and Bukele goes, I'm not going to make the decision whether or not to release him. And so, yeah, both sides saying we can't say whether or not he should be released. So they are disappearing people into a foreign torture dungeon, and there's no recourse. None. Zero. Zip. Zilch. Nothing. So if you're somebody from a different country, you look at that and you go, oh my God, I am never going to the U.S. Why the fuck would I go to the U.S.? I run the risk of, even if I'm there on a fucking vacation, I run the risk of, hey, you're not a citizen. We're going to round you up and ship you off to the slave labor camp in El Salvador. Like, this isn't fucking rocket science, bro. This is actually, like, super straightforward. And these people, Trump doesn't understand that he's literally destroying the economy for a generation, the U.S. economy, and he's setting us up for some, like, Great Depression-like scenario. But he also doesn't understand that this was a place people wanted to come, right? They wanted to go on vacation here. They wanted to see the United States. And now they're like, that's the last thing I want to do. I have zero interest in doing that. And so literally all of this is self-inflicted. Literally all of this is self-inflicted. And the consequences from what we're witnessing now will last a generation. Because let's say a Democrat gets back in office, other countries around the world are going to go, okay, but in 4 years, it could be a Republican, and they'll just go back on whatever treaties they made with us or whatever trade deals they made with us. And why would we make a deal with America when we know they're not good for it? Because there's going to be another Trump clone at some point that gets in power, and they're just going to start ripping up treaties again, and they're going to launch trade wars again, and they're going to start deporting random people again, and let's not put ourselves through it. Let's stop visiting there. Let's stop trading with them. Let's fucking get off the dollar as soon as possible because they're totally unstable. And they stab everybody in the back on a whim. Like, these things have consequences. And they're so fucking stupid, they don't know or don't care or both of those things. And they're just tanking us for the long term. They really are. So, yeah, this is just the beginning. You think these numbers are bad? As time goes by, I think it's only going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.